30 over 3 strong, 30 over 3 strong. Ready, break. Strong right, strong right, strong right. Razor, razor, razor. Two bags. That was the way how, a defense would communicate on the field. And it was like weird codes like that, like razor, it would tell, the defensive line where to move. It would tell us where the tight end was. Basically, it was just, different codes, that was identifying the offense, telling each player what to do. And that's how, we stopped the offense. And the purpose of it was, to communicate across the field. Because without communication, either on the offense or on the defense, you would either probably lose the ball or probably lose the game if you didn't communicate at all. And this right here is a football. Is used in American football, And it had names like pigskin. People call it pigskin. They called it the Duke for like a decade. And then they, now it's just called a football. And then so I relate to this culture, the football culture, because I played high school football and I coach flag football at a middle school. And then right now I'm an assistant coach at the high school I played at. And the coaching life is something I want to pursue, and something I want to pursue for the rest of my life. So the purpose of the speech is that you understand that playing football, coaching it, watching football, it's a culture. It's more than a sport, and I love it. So I'm gonna talk about how football represents the football culture, and some historical facts, and how I identify with it. So the history about the football, it started I don't know 18 something, right? And then they first made it at a pig bladder. Yeah, it's pretty nasty, right? So then it got the odd shape because when the players would play, they had to stop the game to inflate the ball because the ball would disinflate all the time, and then it just got the odd shape. And then they started making it out of cowhide and rubber. That's what they still make it out of. So they called it. That's why they called it the pigskin but it wasn't pigskin. It was actually pig bladder, which is pretty disgusting. And then so they called it the Duke for like a decade because it was an iconic figure. It was one of the owners from the New York Giants. Yep. And but then anybody calls it just football. So it's the primary element of football. It symbolizes many things, depending on the person. It could symbolize, being fit. Not me, right? I'm not fit. It could symbolize hope, struggle, life, sport, family, or even, just fun, right? And then, so I identify with this culture because, I played high school football. I wasn't the best. I wasn't even good, right? I was probably one of the worst ones on there. And then, but I admitted to myself, and I came to the realization, I'm never gonna be a starter. So I was always second string because the guy at the first string, man, the guy was good. So then I was like, I'm gonna just give it all during practice, and make my team better, not myself, whatever, right? And then, so I guess the important position I had, I led the prayers in during the team dinners, and then during the games. I played outside linebacker with, I don't know if you guys played football, but I think that's one of the hardest positions on the defense. Not physically or athletically, but, mentally, because there's a lot of things that you have to think about and a lot of reads. Things that have to become natural. And I only played 1 year, so that was hard. Nothing came natural to me. I was always overthinking things. So then after I educated myself, I coach, and then now I'm coaching. So I'm now back where I started. I can't play college ball because, first of all, I'm not even athletic like that. And then the school doesn't have a team. But, I want to be a coach, to inspire athletes, create athletes, create believers, create character, create role models because our community doesn't have enough role models. And I started playing because I had a family loss. And then he gave me words of encouragement. So I started playing, and then he passed away. And then football filled that hole for me. The players, the coaches, the experience was amazing. So to sum up, football is more than a sport. It's a culture. It definitely changed life. Changed my life. And the purpose of the speech is, is to inform you how, football can represent. I mean, how this football represents culture, and what it means to me, what it meant to me, and what it still means to me, and how it represents hope, love, culture, and it's a culture. I mean, it's a culture of respect, a culture of character, and lastly, I talked about how I identify with this culture. So, football, the football culture can be the answers to someone's problems. For many, it's the road to success. For others, the gridiron is a sanctuary. And for me, the football culture is life.